Hey, hey. Welcome to the party in 1989. I hope you're ready to party like it's 1999. Okay, that's still good at 100. Come on, come on. The night show will begin shortly. As always, let's give it time for others to show. And we'll begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the night show. I'm your host, your grand MC, your night of entertainment. The one, the only TK Diz, Isaac, Quisteth, and Orion. You know you can call me. I am your night host, the one who reads through the nighttime, who travels through this kingdom of entertainment to push back the sorrow and put a smile on everyone's faces. Now, I hope you're all ready to grind for glory, enter a realm reborn, and become the warrior of light, because we're continuing our tale, our journey of Final Fantasy 14. And now you're probably gonna go, wait, Mr. Nighthost, this isn't the usual day we stream Final Fantasy 14. That's right. As you guys kind of maybe see right now, I'm rocking a brand new sword. For those of you who have been here before on my Final Fantasy streams, you'll know this is the relic weapon I've been grinding up all those fates for. But, as we were pointed out before, this is only stage 2. The first step. The second step is out. As you can see, I have this little quest right now here. We are going to do grinding for that. And, well, unfortunately today I was planning to hopefully try to do some grinds with my fellow, whatchamacallit, champs. But, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work out that well. But, I've got a plan for today still. First, let's talk to our retainers. Like we always got to start. Gotta see that guild. Looks like this one. Made some good sales on this one. Demi Materia. Let's see if that's worth anything. Let's put it on the market. Not much, but 194. We'll still sell something. I haven't messed with the volumes since last, but you're still hearing me rather well? That's good. Alright, we talked to Melia, now let's see what Mosh has for us. She's still the best Kohan. Alright. But yeah, so today we're gonna switch over to we're gonna be switching over for 14. We're gonna be switching to Mondays for 14, which means Tuesdays and Wednesdays will be Assassin's Creed and Thursday will be Honkai. But since we won't be doing it any let's right now, I'm gonna switch over just for a sec to see what we're gonna do. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking to see how to unlock. So it looks like we have actually unlocked a few of them. As far as I know, I should have Heaven's Ward already unlocked. I think Crystal Tower we should have unlocked. Unfortunately, these do not tell me this. No, they do. They do. A City Fallen. Okay. Let's look up this one. Return to Avalith. Let's see where I first. Dromete Sony. Okay, this is. Where the hell do I go for this? No, it looks like it's going to be in Kuragain. So let's warp. Far East. Through again. Let's go. Ho, yo, ho. Here. Let's fast travel. Here we go. Gate 10 knows of someone seeking your acquaintance. Welcome, my lord. There's a young maiden here who would speak with you. Miss, the adventurer has arrived. Just give me 1 minute. And here he is, the liberator of both Dorma and Alamingo in the flesh. I am Lin Murila, correspondent for the Raven. You may recognize me from my expose on the secret lives of the homunculi. I don't know. Enough small talk. It's not for nothing that I've been standing here since yesterday morning on the off chance you passed by. If you were waiting until Monday morning, I'm going to say this yesterday morning, I would have maybe done your research just maybe see if you'd show up. No, I'm here because actually it's best you heard it from Alma. I am but an observer. Alma, come, I found him. Is this the adventurer of whom you spoke? Indeed it is. Please, I beg of you, find my father. You're his only hope. Does my name look like Ben to you? It's alright, Alma. We're attracting unwanted attention. Might I suggest a change of venue? We will await you before the Prima Vista. Theater barge has a berth at the airship landing. Quest accepted. Alright. Now let's make our way to the airstrip. Oh, we're not far from it, actually. As I said before, I think we better continue this conversation in the privacy of the young lady's barge. It's not that I don't trust anyone here, it's simply that I just don't trust anyone here. Gate guard Mine Gumboa has been instructed to look out for you. In future, speak with him when you wish to gain admission to the docks. I'm assuming we're going to talk to this guy. Oh, we're warping in right away. Thank you for coming, Crest Alex. You're probably wondering why I summoned you to an airship, and a Garlean one at that. Allow me to explain on the shuttle. forgot I did that. The Prima Vista serves as both stage and home to the majestic Imperial Theater Company. And no, I have no idea what that means. This is my first time seeing this quest myself, although I do have a general idea of what happens. Keep that dirk in your drawers. No one here is a member of the Imperial Army, nor are there any spies within the troop. At least, no known spies. Well, if there are any spies, guess what? I'm killing them with this giant-ass sword. It thirsts for blood! Ask anyone and they'll readily attest. The Majestic Empire Theater Company are the finest practitioners of the dramatic arts to be found anywhere on the 3 great continents and beyond. They are admirers throughout the Empire and its territories and even boast a sizable following in Gridania, hence my assignment to their story. It is a little-known fact, outside of Garlemald at least, that the late Emperor was a devoted patron of the arts, who supported various theater troupes to the tune of much coin. Indeed, Solus was so enamored of the majestic players that he ordered the construction of this very airship, that the troupe might perform in every corner of the Empire. Oh, our old friend helped us. Gave us this quest area. That means when his grandson took the throne, however, everything changed. Now all theater troops, domestic and foreign, must submit their works for approval by the Central Imperial Board of Censors. Censors. If a play that is deemed vulgar or inflammatory, it is banned and the troupe denied their right of transit. The worst offenders, well, they're never heard from again. This policy has effectively left playwrights with 1 or 2 options. Compromise their creative integrity to curry favor with his radiance, or put down their quills altogether. Either sounds like a good option. Well, all the playwrights are no longer going to be members of the Empire anymore. Yeah, we should have done this quest line in Stormblood, which it doesn't make sense story-wise, because this is out way past, but I gotta do the Alliance raids this time, so I might as well unlock them. The Principal of the Majestic, however, chose a 3rd option, to express his disapproval of the new Emperor's policies, obstinately on political works. Pray forgive me for my earlier outburst. I am Alma Bas Lexenthal, daughter of Principal Genomus Sen Lexenthal. Mayhaps you have heard of my father's latest play, The Zodiac Brave. On the surface is an innocent retelling of a well-known Garlean fairy tale, hardly worth of the censors' attention, but beneath is something quite different. A fact the censors failed to spot when they approved the manuscript for public performance. The play quickly became a huge success. The common folk loved its fantastical story, where the learned class appreciated its true message. By the time the Imperial Board of Censors realized their mistake, it was too late. No longer in a position to prohibit the performance outright without admitting fault, they took aim at the company's purse strings instead. Before long, noble patrons began to withdraw their support, fearing to be associated with the troupe, and by the end, even the learned felt compelled to feign ignorance. By pleading the majestic of their funding, the censors robbed them of their voice. And none of this has made it any clearer to why you're here, right? I'm just waiting for my old Sid! Allow me, Lena. You promised me no Galian spies. Well, he's not a spy, he's an engineer. And a friend! Remember, it's a Final Fantasy game. There's always a Sid. I've known Genomus since we were students at the Magitech Academy. When I heard his daughter was in Kudagain looking to enlist the aid of an adventure, I felt compelled to give her your name. Sorry for not announcing myself sooner, old friend. Genomus and I were from different worlds, but only served to fuel our friendship. Many were the nights we would prattle on in the wee small hours, warm flagons of peated ale, numbing our minds to the other's naive ideology. Yet no matter where our conversation began, it would invariably end with him telling me how he was going to change the Empire from the inside out. The troop was to be his path into the people's heart. Even after the Empire forced him from his home, Genomus never gave up hope that his work might change the world. This just makes me want to say one thing. Rebellion! Rebellion! Although, let's be honest. Since this is post, what is it, Shadowbring and Walker, the Empire is probably not that good, still not in that good of a place. Art will ever strain against the artificial bounds and borders, man-made walls, and misguided rewards. It is in such times of uncertainty that we must needs embrace our calling and take to the skies so others might do the same. What I'm trying to say is rather poorly. I can see is that not all Garleans are hewn from the same stone. Just as there's those who pledge their lives to the Empire and would never think to question the authority of its leaders, there are those like Alma's father and myself whose love for their country does not blind them to its flaws. Still, try selling that sack of sunflower to an Almingan or a Dorman who has watched his family consumed in the flames of Magic Tep Reaper. How many Orthan adventurers do you think would leap at the opportunity to help an Imperial search for her missing father, and in Garlean territory, no less? But you're different. You have seen enough to know that the line between good and evil is not defined by race, color, or creed. So what say you? I would make a poor adventurer if I were to shy from an adventure. Okay, I like that line too much. Plus, I think it's a lot better of a line that fits the Warrior of Light than you can never stop a damsel in distress, which is not wrong because he's always there to help people, but I think he's always meant to be seeking the adventure. And I promise, you will perhaps during this quest line learn of a new F word. Indeed. I hope you're all still hearing this. Now that you understand the nature of the task, perhaps Alma could provide some insights as to where we might begin our search. Shortly before my father disappeared, he began work on his next play, a successor to the Zodiac Grave story. Y'all still... good. But I am getting ahead of myself. Please follow me. Looks like we can't join in for that. Through adventure and hardship, young Delita, a boy of common blood, becomes a hero, culminating in the birth of the mythical kingdom of Avalis. But that is where the story ends. There's no record of anything that follows. Was Principal... I feel like, am I reading that word wrong just here? Simply going to invent something? My father believed that he discovered evidence of a second hero, one whose effort went largely unnoticed, but without whom Delita would never have risen to the throne. His was the next tale he wanted to tell, the true Zodiac Grave story. So if anyone's curious, or maybe already is recognizing it, this is going to be a retelling of Final Fantasy Tactics. Or this is a let's just say it like from what I can tell right now. This is a Is this going to be a reference to Final Fantasy Tactics story? Here. According to my father's studies, this young man was one of Delita's closest friends and confidants. That isn't until the untimely passing of Delita's sister forced the two to part ways. To be honest, I'm actually... I know I'm bringing this up. I'm very curious about seeing the remake and the... I guess, sorry, not remake, remastered. Especially they can make it a little easier to go through, because I gotta be honest, Tactics I got stuck on both times I played it, and never was able to finish it. Yet the unnamed hero who continued to provide aid to his friends by thwarting the machinations of those who would scheme against Delita, thus paving the way for the Papa's rise to regent. You must forgive me, but I've never heard of anyone make such claims. How exactly did your father come by this information? That is a long story. One which begins and ends with Genomas becoming lost in the very legend he sought to lay bare. Even as far back as our academy days, Avalis had Genomas firmly in its grasp. He flatly refused to believe the story was just a fairy tale. And So, when he was finally driven out of Garlemald, it was only natural that he should choose this of all places as refuge, was it not, Alma? I feel like I missed a line there. That is correct, Master Garlon. It has not been long for my father's belief. It has long been my father's belief that the ruins of the ancient Abelis lie beyond Nagazia, but buried beneath the sands of the Dalmasca Desert. Poor Dalmasca, the kingdom prospered in relative isolation for countless generations, until the Emperor came calling. When not touring, my father would organize expeditions into the Dalmascan Desert to search for proof of Abelis' existence. Sometimes he would bring back strange artifacts, ancient tomes, and crystals unlike any other. My father called them aura sight and claimed they were vital to providing his theories. This is one such crystal. By the 12, it's magnificent. Abelis's legend tells of crystals beneath by the gods to those who would be kings. It is during his quest to gather an aura sight that young Rita rises to prominence. I must have heard the tale 1,000 times from my nursemaid, but that is all it ever was, a tale. You wish. My father would often tell us how the aura sight spoke to him. At times we were assumed he was speaking figuratively. The stone's beauty roused his muse. But he began to act strangely. He's possessed. So, upon arrival here in Higashi, my father spent most of his time cloistered in his chambers, poring over his past research. He thought he was alone. We could often hear him speak in conversation. Is he talking to Venat? It was not uncommon for my father to recite the lines as he wrote them, but it soon became clear this was something else. It was as if he was talking to my mother. My mother passed several winters ago. Might this not have been out of mere loneliness, or perhaps the strain of your flight from Garlemald? Possibly, but that would not explain the voices which answered him. So she actually heard other voices. Amma, who are these people? I told you I did not require any help finding father, especially from outsiders. So good of you to join us, Razah. Let me introduce. Enough, Master Sid. We may be shunned by the Empire, but we are still Garlands, and we still have our pride. Unlike some, it seems. We cry neither the aid nor the pity of foreign rabble. You've forgotten where you are, brother. It is we who are the foreign rabble. Its land and its customs are all but unknown to us. We would be fools to conduct our search without a proper proven guide. Your sister is right, Ramza. As for my good friend here, your mistrust is ill-placed. I will personally vouch for his character. In all the times I've known him, he has never once let anything as inconsiderate as race or creed color his judgment. You were lucky to have him. But we would have you, Master Garlon. Why do you refuse us? You know why. Until this affair with Omega is resolved, my hands are tied. It pains me to refuse you and your sister, but it pains me far more to leave us to his fate. I'm sorry. You need not apologize. I let my emotions get the better of me. After what happened in Rabastra, I may be time to admit we were out of our depths. My brother's last expedition met with tragedy in the ruin of the capital city. He barely escaped with his life. The Empire turned Rabastra into a death trap. We were fools to set foot there without a proper escort. I realize that now. Master. But at the time I saw an opportunity to rescue our father and I took it. What led you to believe your father was in the Dalmasca capital? My father's fascination with Abelis legend began with a trip to the Antediluvian city long before the war. Call it a premonition, but something that tells me that is where he has returned. Now you must excuse me. I need some time to think. Then Alma, I shall leave you and your brother in Crest Alex's capable hands. He has ever repaid my trust with interest. You would do well to grant him yours. Thank you, Master Garland. We need not forgive this kindness. Long-ass cutscene. Master Garland seems to think highly of you, so I will withhold judgment until after Dalmasca. A city fallen. Ramza is itching to depart. Chat. Lost my mouse for a second. I'm gonna just wait for a minute to finish this line. Dalmasca is nestled in a foreign, forgotten corner of the Empire's outermost territories. I do not foresee any trouble from the standing army, but would suggest committing to memory the location of each barge's exits just in case. The flight itself above Dalmasca are as wild as the land below. You may want to hold on. Request accepted. City fallen. Let's just remember, we're bringing the reporter into a place where she could get killed. We'll complete our descent into Vanessa in the shuttle. Ramza. I thought I made myself clear, Alma. The capital is simply too dangerous. Father would never forgive me if I were to lose you trying to rescue him. Do you even have any combat skill? I mean, I'm not trying to agree with the guy who's been a bit of an asshole so far. But yeah, he's not exactly wrong. I mean, bring someone, who can't fight into a dangerous place kind of seems the bad idea. Come, we're wasting time. Royal City of Ravenest. I'm probably butchering this. It's been a long time since I played Final Fantasy 12. I do kind of want to get back into playing Zodiac Age one day. Something's live. According to my father, Ravenesta was already a thriving city some 1,000 years ago. But after performing several private excavations beneath the so-called desert sapphire, my father came to the conclusion that it was not the first settlement to stand here. Then your father believes that Ravenesta sits atop the royal city of Lazalia, capital of Alvis? If that's true, it could change history. We would be famous. Famous? Are you sure you don't mean rich? Pah! You're kinda all like it. Parasite's grown fat on the sweat and suffering of others. I want to slap this kid. Bold words for a boy, but of 16 summers. I still want to slap him. I don't need any Joffreys. And pray, what tell have I done to receive such spite? I only wish to learn the truth behind the disappearance of the Empire's foremost playwright. If that would lead to something bigger, well then, I would be the worst reporter in the realm if I did not pursue it. I mean, she is a reporter. It is kind of their job to chase the story. I hope there's a teleport to this area. Because despite what it seems, You guys still with me? I can see my phone, the screen's kind of frozen. Hello? Nope, I see it's loading. My phone must have just been... Alright, so it's still the game's still running. I guess maybe it was just delayed or something. Looks like our fellow champs, some of them are logging out. I'm guessing for Alex and Sky, it's because it's late on their end. Yeah. Yes, we can argue about this now, or we can return to the Prima Vista and report our army of adventurers that it's time to begin the expedition. I humbly suggest the latter. You mean the stream is still running and the game hasn't stopped? You see, it is what I said, brother. Let them come to us. Should we kill them now? No, the time is not right. When has that stopped us before? Cool. Do you see that one? Slayer of Gods. They call him Warrior of Light. Oh, just that name. Just Slayer of Gods, Warrior of Light. All that to like get them shaking in their boots. The royal city of Ravenska is now available. I want to see something. Duty Finder. Okay, so I do have that one. Okay, so this is the only... that's the only one I have for... Okay, so I do have the Crystal Tower unlocked. Which means I do think that even for questline is... Questline, and then I do have the normal raid for, Endwalker. And if I go to the next one, Straight Dawn Trail, that's what I have. I have the Alliance raid for the first walk. Which also means that at this point, this is where we're stopping with this little quest line, because unfortunately I'm guessing tonight we're not going to have any time for an Alliance raid. Which means, let's go back to my trusty search. Since we've seen what Stormblood So one is, now we're going to do Shadowbringers. And this is another crossover one, I'll tell you that much, but let's just say it works a little differently. Alright, we're teleporting to another world. Guess I'm talking about. To the world of the first, where we're not warriors of light, but warriors of darkness. And perfect, we warped just where I needed to go. A new rumor has the dwarfs of Komara in a right tizzy. You heard the latest rumor out of Komara? The strangest find in recent memory, though actual details to what said find actually is yet to emerge. If you do happen to come to any juicy tidbits, I'd be keen to hear them. The suspense is killing me here. You know, that reminds me of an old joke. I remember seeing it from Incorrect Quotes thing. They had Henry from Fire Emblem. They had him, saying he was a serial killer. You know what he beat in the name? He didn't name himself? The suspense. So someone can say, the suspense is killing me. Which honestly is a quote that feels very fitting for Henry when he's played Fire Emblem Awakening. And to your response, Magus, it does, but you're forgetting this is a JRPG. Warrior of Darkness is a weird, it's not the idea we become a villain. For those of you who've played through Shadowbringer, you would understand this, but I'm guessing you have not, Magus. I don't think you played this, but the Warrior of Darkness title is basically, you become the Warrior of Darkness is because during the time of Shadowbringer, the world is covered from a flood of light. Basically, the world became too unbalanced, and, well, the light overpowered everything and was set to destroy the world. We were the Warriors of Darkness because we were bringing back the light, bringing back the darkness, the night. Remember, darkness doesn't always mean evil. I know you're a Pokemon fan, but remember, that even that dark is just them, fighting dirty. I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of a new discovery of untold value that only a select few are allowed to see for themselves. Ugh, someone must have signed an NDA. That said, there may come a time when I find myself utterly fascinated by what pile of rocks over there and would be completely oblivious to anyone attempting to sneak past. You're a man of the world, aren't you? Don't make me say it plain. Wicked White, how stupid are you? You imbecile, give me the guard, 10,000 gil, then you find the imbecile gets to walk past with the guard and see the amazing find. Got it? Bribe the guard? No. Then you not get to pass. Go away. Good day, sir. What in the blazes hell do you think you're doing, Menho? Is that any way for a guard to behave, is it? No, sir, Chief, sir. No rations for you tonight. Chief, no, mercy, mercy! It's not fair, I tell you. A dwarf toils day in and day out for a pittance. I'm gonna try and make a little something extra on the side, and what does it get him? Right, anyway, bugger off. None may pass with the Chief's permission, which I know you haven't got. Alright, let's talk to the Chief, who could literally speak up right here and now. Wait, don't tell me. I assume you came all this way to put in for the position? Sorry, it's already been filled. Came all this way for what now? Don't go play silly buggers with me. The queer ruins we found deep in a cavern through a tunnel over there. The one filled with all kinds of machinery. To the point we're starting calling a bloody machine a graveyard. Yes, well, we were looking to hire another guard, but the position's since been filled by that fellow what tried to swindle you a moment ago. So you're out of luck. I'm afraid, but chin up, lad. Your time will come around again soon. Since you're here and still employed, mind delivering a message for me? It's for two youngins in Kornbra. Enog and Konog, sister and brother, twins. Fond of wearing white and black. Twin thing, I foes. The message is false. Lop bleeding hoe. This is no place for children to be messing around. Stay far, far, far away, or else. Got it? Also, Marcus, you did just remind me of one thing. Remember, I'm a Dark Knight. So, maybe Warrior of Darkness, but doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. Or do you think all the good I've done for yours in the world means nothing because I'm a Dark Knight? What would Batman be telling you? I swear this design is a reference to something. Maybe from an older Final Fantasy game. I gotta be honest. Between like 1, 2, and 3, I don't know much. You got business with us? Well, I think 3 also had reference to Warriors of Darkness. Chief put you up to this, and you agreed? Haven't you got anything better to do with your time? No. Wait, those garments, that quiet confidence, those powerful neck muscles sculpted by a lifetime of nodding. This is that sinner everyone's been talking about. Sister, he's the guileless fool we've been waiting for, the perfect patsy. Good thinking, brother. Let's get right to it then. You wouldn't happen to be that kindly stranger everyone likes and adores. You are, aren't you? Perhaps you would be willing to do us a teeny little favor? Of course you would. My brother and I are conducting some highly secret research at the moment, but we've hit a dead end. To continue, we need to get our hands on an automation core. Good luck with that. I just want to say a funny comment. Oh, don't be silly. Everyone knows you're the soul of generosity. A sinner who cannot help but render aid to his fellow sinners in their hour of need. Not for fame or fortune or any other reward, but simply for the joy of it. Am I wrong? This is another one of those moments where it doesn't really matter what I have to say, isn't it? To be fair, and this might be just more me playing to my own kind of idea, but I like the idea is he definitely, well, the Warrior of Light isn't with the idea of helping others on an adventure. He does like to be paid, especially when it's an exhausting adventure. Now you're on the trolley. The core we require is being stored with other sultry materials on the cliffs above us. Once you have at it, bring it to my sister. Thankfully, we can fly. Fly, my dragon. Fly. We got the core. Not sure what happened there, but give me just a second, just for something fun. Ah, there's the center now. And that is the core I spy in his hot little hands. Brilliant. And all we gotta do is sell this for a small fortune, and then we'll be one step closer to seeing our plans for world domination to fruition. Oh wait, Anag. Lay nay on the domination hoe. Alright, that was a close one, brother. Now then, for our next request. La, what in the hells are you two up to, ho? If you even think about taking advantage of this good sinner, then I'll tan both your hides and toss you from the... how the white oil falls. Now... get you gone. Sir, yes, sir. I swear, I don't know where he came. Oh, he's right there. Sorry about that. They don't know any better on kind of them being all on their own. No parents. They've lost more than most, you could say. More than anyone ever should. Anyways, I've been meaning to ask. Everyone says you're the soul of generosity. A sinner who cannot help but render aid to his fellow sinners in their hour of need. Not for fame or fortune or any other reward, but simply for the joy of it. Am I wrong? I swear, you just repeated nearly word for word. What are those two? Never mind. We're short a lantern at the dig site. Would it be another? Should be another in the cave just outside of the village. Mind going and fetching it for me? Of course you don't. Once you've got it, bring it back to me at the dig. Oh, and don't worry, I'll see you compensated for the trouble. You better pay me. Pretty sure I'm supposed to go in here. Yep. Shining Lantern. You know, I never thought I'd be doing this quest line, but all for my rouse weapon. I want to power even more. More power, more power, Whoa-ho-ho! I had to do that at least once. There you are. Presume that lantern you're holding is for yours truly. Much obliged. Here's a little something for your trouble. Never let it be said a dwarf of character doesn't pay his debts. Anyways, if we've nothing else to discuss, just let us pass already. We want to see the ruins. Please, 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 please. No, 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 no. It's dangerous and off limits, and even if I were the sort of man who could be bribed, which I'm not. What did this guy just say to us? I'd be shocked if you two had anything valuable enough for me to risk my neck looking the other way. Why are you and everyone else so bloody obsessed with trying to get a look at this cavern filled with mysterious machina anyway? It's just a bloody scrap heap, isn't it? No, no, it isn't. It's much more. Based on our research, we have reason to believe that those ruins contain... Sir, how many times have this movie give the game away? It's supposed to be our secret. Oh, yes, right. It's just so hard sometimes to contain my enthusiasm. Nothing. These ruins contain nothing of value whatsoever. We shall leave you to your affairs, honorable guard, sir, and bid thee farewell. Honestly, I'm beginning to hope that there really is nothing of value in there, for all the trouble it's causing. But as I was about to say, we've got nothing else to discuss. You'd best be on your way. It's dangerous to wander about an active dig. I don't want anyone getting hurt. That's nice. That evil laugh got no reaction out of anyone, did it? Poke around Cormorant, did ya? Learn anything about that big find? Machine graveyard, eh? Interesting. Could be the beginning of a great and grand adventure, or utter nonsensical one. Though that does have its appeal on occasion, I'll allow. We'll take this. Next one. A certain gossipy dwarf has news that might be of interest to you. Hail, Senator, have you heard about the string of thefts in Komara? Word has gotten in that they haven't the foggiest clues behind them. Not a clue. They've gotten desperate to find the culprit. I'm told, pointing fingers at any who so much as sneeze in a suspicious fashion. Oh, you know what that means? Witch hunt! Witch! Why? The next thing you know, they'll be blaming their old rivals in Wicked white, they would do that, wouldn't they? Damn those thin-bearded blighters. Listen, Sinner, you go and tell them that they don't try to pin this on us. There will be consequences. I want to see how this works. How these dwarfs try to quest over. I wonder if it's like that. Yes, last bleeding hoe. Oh, it's you. My apologies, Sinner. Been under a bit of stress lately and don't really have the time to chat, although perhaps you can help. I know you welcome these sort of requests for aid after all. Things been going missing. You see, at first, there's just the odd tool here and there, but then things began making off with finds from the dig. Valuable finds. If you got the time, I could use some help in identifying the culprit. I don't like to think of it, but it's likely that the thief is one of our own. Hard to access the site otherwise, and I've stalked and investigated most of the unfamiliar faces in town to no avail. I can't very well ask you to stroll up to folks with a "Laho, done any crimes lately?" But do have a look around. Perhaps you can find a clue that I've overlooked. I'll take anything at this point, frankly. Furnace bracelet. Oh, let's see if this is a clue. You don't look to have our criminals stuffed in your pack there, but I take it you found some manner of clue. What was there beforehand? That was random. Hold on, I think I've seen this before. It belongs to a young lady in the village. If I'm not mistaken, though I couldn't say how she became such a valuable trinket. Seeing as regular folk, you can hardly fail to notice when something jewel-encrusted goes missing. She'll like as not be wondering where it gone right now. Probably find her in a panic, all the better for getting her to spill her secrets. Oh, let's see who this is about. Delicate dwarven soldier. Thrice damn beardless sons of a shite-eating hob. Oh, where could my bloody bracelet have gone? You found it and you're returning it too? Well, bugger my beard. Thank you ever so much. It was a gift and I hate to have lost it. Gift from who, you ask? You probably don't know him. He's a guard over at the dig site. I have no idea what sort of job pays so well, but it must. When we met, he was a right bastard where money was concerned. I could hardly get him to pay for my ale. But of late, he's been downright generous. In a much better mood, too. Oh, and very affectionate. Yes. The guard is the thief. Focus on the bracelet, if you insist. I don't know where he got it, though we don't do a lot of talking. If you're that curious, you might have to ask. You'll have to ask him. He keeps watch over the entrance day and night, so he's not a difficult man to find. I swear, the guard has to be in Oh, these two are working with him. Come on, let us in, let us in. Come on, you know you want to. What I want is for you to bugger off. I'm a watchman, not a stand here while everyone annoys the piss out of me, man. Yes, all them dwarfs have beards. I don't know if anyone was doubting that, but it's their thing. And they're proud of it. Don't look now, Anog, but our very dear friend is here, and so heavily armed, too. I'm sure he can settle this little dispute. Although, why are you here? As if costing me my dinner wasn't enough. You tried to have us bribe you. How did I afford a jewel-encrusted bracelet on a watchman's salary? That's none of your concern. I recall that you have something of a history with ill-gotten gains. Doubt my words all you like. I won't be intimidated by the likes of you. Well, you saw what the orange part of that was. Doubt my words all you like. I won't be intimidated by the likes of you. Doubt. Jesus. Just drop my thing again. This proves nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Well, I don't know what you're accusing him of, but I'm absolutely sure he's guilty of it. You know, maybe don't, oh, he's got the key, never mind. More importantly, he's made off with the key after him. How fast can you run? Enough to outrun my dragon? That's a little bumper activated. I told you I could shock you guys by letting you know well, you won't heard them called dwarfs on the source. Our main world, these do exist as a race. We've got you cornered. He's armed. Don't think so long, sister. Okay, your hasty retreat does seem to be in order. Just so. That's what it's saying. Right, surprise. Now what now, bald thing? Well, now I'm gonna kill some dwarfs. Well, I hope he doesn't mind his two brothers are dead. Very well, I confess, I did it, or we did it. We took turns keeping watch while the others picked over the items from the dig site and sold off whatever seemed valuable. And we would have gotten away with it too if not for those meddling kids. Also you, however old you are. I just wanted to impress her. But there's no chance of that now. All I can do now is grovel before the chief and hope he doesn't punch me too harshly. You're also probably fired, mate. You notice something shiny and metallic has fallen to the ground. Upon picking up the glimmering object, you see that it's the very key to the dig site that Anog and Konog were so keen to obtain. That case is closed. That's case closed, and it's a good job you did that you shut up. Who knows how long this farce would have continued otherwise. As for you, you won't be getting any dinner tonight, that's for certain. Wow. No, anything but the dinner. Be glad you still have your job! To think that I was employing 3 brothers in disguise this entire time. I doubt I'll be changing my vocation to detective anytime soon. The dig site chief has noticed that Nog and Konog are conspicuously absent. By the by, haven't seen Nog and Konog, have you? Usually when they go this long without getting underfoot, it means they're up to something. I'd be grateful if you track them down again and send them my way. They're peskier than a pack of pixies, but even then, so I'd rather keep them where I can see them. I'm guessing this is the start of our alliance raid. But like I said, I'm not doing the raid right now. That's the watch taken care of, but we never did get that key. Don't give it to them. You mean to say that you picked it up and no one even noticed it's missing? Splendid. I shall open the door and then you shall escort us to our foray. After all, everyone knows that the only thing that brings you more joy than being of service to your fellow man is adventure. Indeed, your adventurous spirit calls you towards ever greater challenges, no matter how staggeringly ill-advised or outright suicidal. But the chief says we're not allowed... No, I possibly couldn't. And after we made it sound so appealing. Truly maddening, deeply you wound us, sir. See that we have no other choice but to drag you on this adventure against your will. Never mind the how, we'll come up with something on the way. Hurry along now. There are secrets to be found here, and we'll be the ones to bring them to light, and possibly to market, depending... Maybe we'll even give you a share of the spoils. A small one, mind. Man, at least give me a share of the spoils. I'm sticking my neck out for you guys. Damn greedy-ass dwarfs. Locked, which bodes well for us finding something worth our time within. Assuming we can get it open. The moment of truth, then. Bombs! And Julia must love you guys. Oh, that was an effective key. That was easy. Yeah, basically. You guys might understand what's going on right now, or you might not. You guys can probably guess, as I mentioned, the other Alliance raid was a reference to something, a Final Fantasy game. This one is something else. True to sighted, eliminating with extreme prejudice. Do you guys see what? Do you guys know what this one is? They've got more bombs. Don't ask where they were storing it. Oh, there's the chief. What have you done? Oh, yeah, that's the chief of the Watchmen. A girl in white. You know, that is the one design I never understand. That wicked whites. The machine life forms. Machine life forms? What are you talking about? And why didn't you blow up? I am number 2P. Call me 2P. The rest can wait. Machine life forms must be stopped. To do that, we must reach the heart of the ruins. Come. No, Konog, don't you dare. That is the chief. How bloody stupid are they? Listen, sinner, I know we put you to plenty of trouble already, but I need you to stop them before they dig themselves any deeper. At this rate, someone's gonna get hurt. And I'm guessing once we talk to them one more time, we're gonna get our moment for the quest, for the Alliance raid to start, but like I said, we're not doing the raid right now. Another door? Who needs this many doors? Sealed per defensive protocols, I believe. And let me guess, they're gonna get through with bombs. Protocols, motocols. We've got something for this unmovable object. An unbreakable sphere? Unstoppable force. That works. They're gonna put bombs by it. Just how many bombs do they have? Oh, boom! You know, I worry about the kind of locks they can just use a bunch of bombs to get through. Whoa, ho, ho! How do you like that? I'm sure you were told to keep us from getting in trouble or some such nonsense, right? The chief is literally watching. But who took care of those machines? Us. Who got the door open? Us. Who's going to find what's in there? Us. This is what happened when we gave them the goddamn key. Shouldn't have never done that. The copied factory now accessible, which means we got our next Alliance raid up and running. Now, let's see. There are 2 more to unlock. Looks like the Realm of the Gods. Oh god, the gods! Myth of the Realms. Which means a mission in... Missions in Mordor. Next quest, so it looks like we're going into Old Charlotte after that. Which means we need, I believe, it's... Nope. You know, let's just do all. Where is it? Right here. Wait, there's one of you guys right here? Try this on. That is ugly. Ascension here. Cooler. Although this is only weapons. Go. The fresh-faced student's face lights up at the sight of you. Ah, Crest Alex, welcome back. Is you perchance here to see Kryl? I'm given to understand she has a task for you which desires your assistance. Then I shall fetch her at once. Pray wait a moment. Crestalox, my thanks for coming. If you're not available, I'd like for you and Raha to assist me in the task I'd mentioned. For you to call on Crestalox, I must assume the task in question is somewhat more exciting than sorting through paperwork, which I am pleased to add I have finished. Paperwork, not fun. Oops. So if Crestalox is ready, then so am I. Our venture into the bounty has only served to whet my appetite for fieldwork. Not to oversell things, but I suspect you won't be disappointed. I indulge the details, but however, permit me to provide some background. As you know, our organization, the Students of Balsinan, was founded by my grandfather Garlof. Our stated mission was to uncover the mysteries of Hydralyn and interpret her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. We've since learned the whole truth, and it might be said we've fulfilled our mission, but our work is far from over. In the course of our endeavors, we have sought to devise countermeasures against threats that come to light. Our involvement with the Crystal Towers is an example of such. It is my belief that in continuing to seek out the unknown and dealing with threats, we best carry out the student's mission. We best honor those we lost when the Isle of Val was destroyed. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood in saying all this. I simply wanted to clarify our organization's purpose for the New Age. In line with the said purpose, I've been reviewing new requests, and one in particular jumped out at me. Came from other Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Comes from none other than Robbo Rose of the Sons of Saint Konech. Truly, has something happened in Mordona, then? So it seems. He wishes to entrust the matter to us. While his missive is sparse on the details, he writes that it lies beyond the Sun's expertise. Uncharted territories are the exact words he used. I'd like you to meet with Rabos and conduct a preliminary survey. What say you? Wonderful. Then when you are ready, pray make your way to Raven's Toll. I shall let Rabaros know to receive you there. I must remain here to oversee our operations, but should it transpire that more hands are needed, don't hesitate to send word. Well, there's no time like the present. If you would go on ahead to Revenant's Toll, I shall make ready and then be on my way. That's what I wanted to say now, too. There you are, Crest Alex. Tid would seem we're early. My apologies for the wait. Oros, what a pleasure to see you again. How have you been? The pleasure's all mine, my friend. I've been well, and glad to see that you are here too. Now, I know you have many demands upon your time, so I shall explain the particulars of our request at once. Recently, an explorer came to us who claimed to have discovered the Phantom Realm. The Phantom Realm? So this is what you meant by uncharted territory. You're not familiar. Perhaps unsurprising, given that it's a lesser-known legend. This legend holds that across Aurora there exists a realm that appears as a mirage. Though visible from a distance, it fades away as one draws near. While it is featured in myths since ancient times, the realm's existence could not be proven, thus it is seldom mentioned in literature. So you're saying it's a fable? In spite of this, fueled by the rumors of the occasional sightings, the myth has persisted and continued to capture the hearts and minds of explorers. That you yourself should reach out to us. It is real then. When the explorers in question approached us, we doubted him, but we couldn't doubt the evidence of our senses. Nay, the realm is real, as you will soon see for yourselves. Good. A part of me still struggles to believe it, but we have no reason to doubt you. Suffice it is to say, we are eager to see the realm too. Whatever truth awaits, I pray you will succeed in finding it. Seek out the explorer, one Derek. He has seen more of the realm than us and would be willing to serve as your guide. I asked him to accompany me here, but he prefers to continue exploring on his own. He will be somewhere near the banks of Silver Tier Lake, I suspect. Understood. Our thanks, Ravaros. Come, let us split up and look for our explorer. Fly! The explorer does not seem to be in the area. You see a small Oppo. It couldn't possibly be the explorer, could it? Just in case you were entertaining the thought, Crest Alex, that Oppo isn't our explorer. I've seen the man in question here with me. He's got a cape! I like that outfit, it's not bad. I am Derek, the one who discovered the Phantom Realm. My apologies for making you search for me. Curious about this creature, aren't you? I found him injured during one of my journeys and tended to him. Since then, he has taken to following me around. He's inquisitive, but otherwise harmless, so pray him no mind. You're the hero who delivered our star from doom, were you not? What good fortune that one capable as you should lend his aid. Clear, our organization has yet to accept the commission. Before we can make a decision, we will conduct the preliminary survey. Will you guide us to the Phantom Realm? Of course, I will show you to the entrance at once. The gate to a realm long dreamed of by explorers. What are you? Impressive, isn't it? When the gate manifests, so did this magic, allowing one to walk upon the water. I just thought the water wasn't that deep. This is just like your spell. Someone conceived the means to do this as well. Intriguing individual. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Come. Worst case, I can breathe underwater. Oh, see, this one I can clearly tell now. But yeah, it's long. That's deeper for that. Well, go after him. We're walking on water. By the 12, you can truly walk here. What magic is this, and by what means is it perpetrated? Magic! Forgive me, let us continue on. We both mirror the same actions. Mount Olympus? Alright, where's Zeus? I've got to have words with him. This is the Phantom Realm. That was not me. That was the game automatically doing that, I think. Again, Mount Olympus? Follows? To think the entrance would be over Silatier Lake. Well, the King of Dragons was there. There's nothing out of the ordinary with the environment. The sights, the sound, the smells, all pure as they should be in nature. Say this is this place is no illusion. Bid you welcome to the navel of the Phantom Realm, the Omphalos. Omphalos, you say this place is called? A name of my own conception, I confess. And I felt we needed to call it something by. Lest you wonder, the word means navel in the ancient tongue, an allusion to Morodona's location in the heart of Aldenard. As you can see, there is a man-made structure. The place appears well kept. Yet there isn't a single soul in evidence. It is my hope that you will help me shed light upon this realm, to learn who created it and to what end. I would also like to know why it has revealed itself now. Was it simply chance that it kept it hidden, or something more? In any case, let us begin by taking a look around. That's what the mysterious monument is. A stone monument has been erected here, by whose hand you cannot say, but the motifs brought into its spaces appear familiar. If anyone's curious, I'm going to do a quick run around. Alright, now let's see some. Oh, no, I can't mount up here. That's not fun. Especially because I don't technically have the ability to... Well, I do have it, I just don't have the run thing on here. A number of structures such as this can be seen in the air. What purpose would they possibly serve? The architect is unlike anything seen in Ori. It's a truly exquisite stuff. And now for the last one. Vantage point. And for anyone's curious, that was blurry even on my end. In the distance, you see what appears to be the Crystal Tower. Though the clouds make it difficult to be sure, it would seem that you are in the skies above, closer to Silvertear Lake. No such isle could be seen from the outside. Finished looking around, have you? What are your impressions? We've only a cursory glance, but this is truly a mysterious place. The gleaming spire rising above the clouds, that is most certainly the Crystal Tower. And judging by its aspects, we are a considerable distance above the Silvertear Lake, which suggests the gate we entered as a teleporter. However, if this isle lies where it appears to lie, then it wouldn't have escaped the Battle of Silvertear skies unscathed, which say we are in Mordon. Yet we are not. 'Tis as if we were displaced from our world, if only slightly. Displaced as an apt way to put it. What was there aught else you noticed? Aye, the motifs upon yonder structure. They are unmistakably the marks of the 12. By which posit that this was created to be a place of worship. But by whom? I cannot think of any who would have possibly built such a grand premise, never mind magically conceal it, at least not in the wake of the Battle of the Silvertear skies. Aye, this is a mysterious place indeed. Realm of the Gods. Tia is pondering how best to proceed. Well, it seems there is but one solution to our arguments, of a thorough investigation. For this, we will require more manpower and supplies, among other things. With your permission, we will confer with our representative Kryle and make the necessary arrangement for a formal investigation. If that's what must be done to commence your work in earnest, then by all means. Without further ado, let us return to Charlene. Hold, mortals! What the fuck? Shooting beams into the sky. You profane this sacred realm with your very presence and must answer for your relevance. Holy shit, it's 12, it's 4 members of the 12. Or maybe more. A lot of gods here. Or primals, with how the way the gods have been in this world. I am Bygrat the Builder. Bygrat and the 12 are real? Let there be no doubt. We are not Silkrad, born immortal faith. So they're not fucking primals. Nay, we 12 are the divinities true. And in Heidelin's absence, we are the star's rightful rulers. Its will. Ah! Draws fucking sword! Closely have we watched mankind, and we have determined that you, a champion of Highland, pose a threat to our ascension. We were foolish to wander into our realm. We would destroy you with ease, here and now, but as divinities, we must demonstrate grace and forbearance. There is but one path. We must weigh this mortal's worth. Here, let there be a trial. While immortals would invariably be destroyed, it would be at least provide us with a diversion. What? You suddenly appear and expect to simply comply with your whims? Protest if you wish, but mortal logic means not to gods. We will abide by our laws. Lo, the gateway to our sanctum lies open. My god, is he shaking? We face the end of the world, mate. Show us the strength of mankind. Show us the honor of mankind. Show us the spirit of mankind. If man would remain the master of his own destiny, then assemble your comrades and come and prove your worthiness. We're going to face fucking gods. I'm down for it. But, sadly, not today. You always forget the 12 were a thing in this game. And they're full-blown true-on gods. Which is kind of an insane thing if you remember no godheads actually existed. 7 hells during my previous forays, nothing like this ever happened. I encountered not a single soul, not certainly gods. And by their own admission, they mean to take over the star. What are we to do? Well, I faced gods before. Gonna kill them again. The situation has indeed taken an unexpected turn, but we must think clearly. The 12 have long been revered and worshipped in yours, and myths let them abound. But to my knowledge, they have never thus appeared so openly before people. For these beings suddenly reveal themselves to when We're here to claim supremacy over the star and challenge Crystallix to a trial? Too much about this feels odd, and it gives me pause. Fair enough, yet it stands. It seems we cannot dismiss the threat either. Whatever they are, if they're issue challenge, then challenge accepted. I'm a Blood Knight, mate. I'm always down for a fight. Dependable as ever, my friend. Plus, what's a god to literally someone who wanted to create the heat death of the universe and wipe out all existence? Mate, I'm finishing you here and now. In the event, if these beings seek dominance over the stars, they say, what happens here may have far-reaching implications. To that, I believe we should take action. If I say, are you with me? Time to kill the gods! Then the students of Balzerna will officially tend to the situation? Aye, in the course of studying the star's mysteries, we have undertaken to deal with any threat that may arise. This is no different. Quest accepted. Now, are we going to go... Oh damn, we actually have to do more for this quest than to get the raid. Right, let us deliberate a course of action. Derek, know you aught of these beings' sanctums? Aye, they are dominions in the Phantom Realm that lie beyond each gate. I've explored them all. And yet he still never ran into the gods. What the fuck were they doing? Perhaps due to the authority and stability, there are times when one can enter when ordinarily one cannot. But it would seem the way has been opened for us. When I encountered no gods during my previous forays, I sought to know my way around. I am but a humble explorer and cannot contend with gods, but if you would be willing to protect me, I will serve as your guide. Why not? Some of your comrades, by God, bade us. As strong as I know you are, we know little and less about our foes, neither their strength nor their true natures. It would be decidedly reckless to contend with them unprepared. And so, as much as I would like to accompany you, I shall do what affords us the best chance of victory. While you set forward to answer the gods' challenge, I will work behind the scenes in my capacity as a student. For one, I will go to arm ourselves with the knowledge about the 12, and I shall begin by apprising Cryo of the situation. By us utilizing our resources to the fullest, we shall overcome whatever trial awaits. I'm guessing on this note we've unlocked. Now it's ready. Which means, if I remember correctly, I have just one more we can unlock right now. Yep. Dreams of Paradise. So we're going to teleport to Toyala now. Well, I might not completely unlock this one on stream. I will unlock the rest of it probably this weekend or in my free time. Because I got a feeling this is going. These quest lines have been taking a bit of time, and Nope. I mean, I should have the Juno one already unlocked. Dreams of Paradise. He's in Tuliolo. That does not tell me where he is. Ah, Dreams of Paradise. That's where I'm looking for. Top corner. Lensguard Pro Brow suggests all's not well in Yuktel. Crestlock, your timing couldn't be better. I just received word from Yuktel. Unknown beasts have been sighted near the rifts, attacked the sentries standing guard. Bakul Jaja believes in the echoes and is headed there as we speak. It goes without saying the threat is more than could pose to Tuliolo. Say no more. Our last contact came from Toral Ja and Mummy. Just speaking with him, first learn more of Baku Ja's whereabouts. Okay, fourth. Alright, we worked right where I needed to go. You must be Crest Alex, Baku Jaja asked that I take you to him as soon as you arrive. When we last spoke, he was hunting for the echoes somewhere to the north of Go Jirak Descent. Come aboard and we'll be on our way. You can now travel directly to Go Jirak Descent near the entrance to Juno by speaking to Toral Ja. Let's go. Fly. There you go. I'm afraid you missed all the excitement. What the hell are those? They raised their arm to attack before we even had time to say hello. To be fair, we also put them down before they had time to say goodbye. Haha! Crest Alex, cool Jaja, we came as fast as we could. Are these not orcs? Like the ones that attacked my home. To say they'd be violent to be understatement. They usually move in large packs. Zaza always had a hard time holding them off. Is there any chance these brutes are native to your land? Seems we have our answer. What is that? I would love to know, but he ain't exactly showing anything. It's a letter penned in your people's hand, I think. Would you take a look? To the Dawn Servants Champion. The stage has been set for your next challenge. Thus, I hereby invite you to return to Juno. Should you refuse, a horde of echoes shall be unleashed upon Yuktel. The choice is yours. Man, I can't wait to kill this bastard. So this is his long-awaited invitation. I know a snake when I see one, and this one is rotten to the core. What choice do we have but to accept? A Leon contract. That bastard, let's get going. The sooner we're back in Juno, the sooner he can get reacquainted with my fists. Probably or Juno. I can't run here either. Huh, how good of you to come. It would have been a shame were I forced to set more echoes upon the good people of Toral. The Dawn Servant would have been most displeased to see his dear people come to harm. Nothing's game. Zariel Ja will not let you besmirch the memories of Vanna Dale with these abhorrent echoes any longer. And where's Ira? Why are you here exactly? I don't recall requesting your presence today. A minor setback on my path to greatness, as you all soon will see. Come forth. Less impressive. Let me introduce Kamalat, Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Juno. But I do not let his title deceive you, for he is the last of the Zillarat from 10,000 years ago. They existed in a time before the 5 races inhabited Yonadel. Or Monadel, I don't know. I know how ridiculous that must sound, but we might have a real problem on our hands this time. Oh gods, he sounds like an Asian. Which were his or the Warrior of Light's peoples. But, eh. You had ancients like that, like the Art here, too? Our worlds are more alike than I thought. Oh, they're both MMOs. If I remember correctly, Kamanat had an older brother. I can't imagine Zariel Ja would have overlooked such a detail. Older brother? How'd you know anything about that? Come now, Kamalat. You needn't trouble yourself with rambling with a dead man. See, so you would use these adventurers to take my measure. Well, they are certainly far cry from the riffraff I imagined. Fine, I'll play along with your little scheme for now. With that, the curtain rises on your second challenge. I don't know why, but this feels animated so differently. Zariel Ja, wait. Before you go, I have to know, am I really just an echo? We even know we're this child, but it seems your heart refuses to accept what your head knows to be true. I pity you, I do. Here, let me ease your burden and return you to Electro. Shit! Gah! Baku Jaja! Playing here to this heap of stone masquerading as a child. My, how the mighty have fallen. You say that, but did you work for Zoral? Ja. I came out of the way. That's one less distraction for you in the coming contest. So come, bring your all to bear, that I may create the perfect vessel, the perfect ruler. I shall await you in the more fitting place for our battle. I do hope you won't keep me waiting. Are you alright? Man, remember when this guy was an asshole? He just got himself injured to protect someone else. Damn. God, this is all my fault. To be fair, we did learn he had a reason why he was so willing to go all the way. As much as I'd love to hand Zariel Jaw a fat knuckle sandwich, I can't just leave you here like this. Never dare imagine we would be made to trade blows with the Arctic. And though I'm loath to do anything that might play into his hands, we can ill afford to let him have his way with the memories of Vanadel. When you're duly prepared, say the word and we will be off. Well, that took less time than I thought. Alright, on that note, oops, wrong button. That, I think, should be all of the Alliance raids. Unlock now. Let's see. Alright, because yeah, we did the Endwalker one. We did Shadowbringers. I've already gone through the quest line for Shadows of Mihawk Heaven's Ward, and Crystal Tower we saw it already done. Alright. So that would means, unfortunately, next for when it's time, we'll have all the Alliance raids ready. That's not my duty finder. At least the ones we can unlock at the moment. Since unfortunately right now we can't do any further. Since we don't have, obviously some of them, since we only started them, we only have the first part. Well, Dawn Trails, yes, we have 2 since we've done Juno. It does mean I probably should, and at one point should, go and start unlocking the other raids, because if we don't, the only raid we'll basically end up doing is this one. The thing is, I'm not going to start that right now. What I will most likely do is what I'm going to do is I'll save that for another potential stream. Who knows, like I said, I do plan until the Aether Well is maxed out. And we'll have our next level for our relic ready. Oh, what the hell's this about? Human Venturer. Ah, there you are. If you have any burning questions about this place or anything else in Vanadel, I should be happy to answer them. Nope. Okay, I guess he's just about talking. Yeah, there was a trader nearby here. I want to see what he's got. Token exchange. Headed score exchange. First movement. So, literally, he only sells based off the times. Alright. So it looks like we got time. A little too early to call it, but we've got shit to do. You know what? Let's actually see what this Human Adventure says. Just asking a question. Tell me about yourself. Me, I'm no adventurer of any particular renown, if that's what you were expecting. Just a man who came from Bastok looking to see more of the world. While I lack in fame, I make up for with it the strength of numbers. I'm no short of friends willing to accompany me in the pursuit of riches should I reach out via link pearl. The armor I wear is proof of our accomplishment, salvaged from the depths of the Al-Zadra undersea ruins. That said, I can treasure my time with them more than any trinket or bauble we've unearthed or travels together. You understand, surely? Here, one more. See? Tell me about Falmir. Ooh. That's a cutscene. Oh, the great dragon that slumbers from the depths of the Boyhad tree? Yes, I know of it, and does anyone else who dares venture to the Stories of a great hero who did battle with a dragon, their harrowing encounter concluding with a strike at its heart with the fabled blade riddle. If only they had missed their mark. The blade is said to remain nestled in the beast's bosom even to this day. To survive such a blow and live for all these years, this speaks a strength I struggle to imagine. I think we slayed this guy during the raid. And yet the tales of its might have not deterred the brave and foolhardy from venturing into the tree. Hopefully they can slay Falmir and claim its spoils. Few have reached Dragon's Eyrie and lived to tell of it. Pretty sure we killed him. Alright. On that note, this is where I'm going to call it for the stream tonight, guys. Yeah, I know we didn't exactly do many Alliance raids as I was hoping, or even dungeons, but hey, we've got, we did our time. We unlocked all the Alliance raids, so next time we get the chance, hopefully I can run the raids with you guys, and we'll see it and work our way to getting at least one of the 4 things we need from the relic, because, as I said before, we need 4 different things here, and we have to max this out. We need the trials, which honestly might be the easiest ones, depending on how lucky we get with trial roulette. Raids, I probably should unlock more raids, because right now, I do have more than I thought, because I do have the arenas. I don't have many of the older raids, unfortunately. I should really go and start some of them. Like I said, I'll leave it for a previous, or another stream. If not, maybe I'll take some time to unlock them myself. And high level dungeons, what is that actually? Did you find her again, which I was looking for? Roulette? High level dungeons? Are they just dungeons, random dungeons that just refer to high level? Alright. Well, I'm down for it. Those would also, we don't need to unlock anything. Level cap dungeons, I don't know what that means, but we haven't unlocked them. But on that note, we're calling it for the night. I hope you enjoyed our show. Share, fear, or fall, like, spread it around, if you know others to be entertained in my show. Send them my way. I'll happily entertain you all. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you only have on the channel. If you're wondering what the benefit for subscribing is, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to share. Until next time, this is the Knightshow offline.